In 3, 2, 1.
Get down. I listen to the music.
We are here to give you the weekly scoop.
Down.
Life and Deatherage.
Life and death. Life and death.
Breaking news. Vince McMahon found alive. Yeah, we just had to clear that up because that's my fault. Bad research, I guess you could say.
Yeah, alive and well.
Yeah, he found alive and well.
Oh, no. Yeah!
Time to start the show. That's right.
You already know.
Yeah, we're back
In action.
with the next episode.
But yeah, Triple H did take over.
That for sure happened.
Right,
but...
and it was the WWF.
Yeah, and I swear I read Vince McMahon died, and I was saying McMahon, I think, last time also, but...
Yeah, easy.
Retirement. He retired.
Right. But there is there used to just be WWF and then WCW, I think, when we were kids, but now I think there's like 5 of them.
AEW, I know, is one. Yep.
Yeah, and they all kind of like separated a little bit. Well, there's obviously a bunch of new people compared to when.
Yeah, AEW's taking the spot, but haven't really been watching it. I just know it's making a comeback.
Right.
That's for sure.
Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everybody's week's been lovely.
Hope it ain't been too hot. That's for sure.
That rain that came in was tremendous.
Yeah, much needed.
Yes, it really was.
All right.
Yeah.
We can't help it.
All right, what are you going to touch down on? What do we want to touch down on first?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to touch down on this Young Thug RICO case.
Yeah, the RICO Act. We
Yeah.
had to figure out what was that all touching down on about.
I know they used to hit like mobsters with the RICO Act. It was really because they couldn't pin nothing else on them. It was hard to get them for crimes like if Al Capone, for instance, they only got him for tax evasion.
Right, because he never really got his hands dirty. He had everybody else doing it.
Yeah.
That's what it really is.
And I think he's even the reason maybe why they made the RICO Act.
That's interesting.
I think so. Yeah, I may be wrong on that. I know for sure Al Capone influenced the law, but the first RICO Act was, 1979?
Yeah, Sam Bailey.
Sam Bailey gang?
Yeah, Sam Bailey gang from 1979 was the first person to get indicted with it.
Yeah, and the RICO is just, basically if you're affiliated, they can get you for...
gangster activity.
Yeah, they can get you for conspiracy. So, you don't necessarily have to be there to commit
just
the
like
crime.
6'9".
Right, yeah, he got it.
And then he told on them all.
He told. So Young Thug getting hit with it, but he has charges of 7 felonies, including possession of drugs and possession of
the new possession of drugs and ownership of unidentified illegal firearms, which was a machine gun and a sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah,
so he was out here doing G shit.
He's not doing right though. That's for sure.
Right. Yeah, in which he was already a felon in the first place, I'm pretty sure. So he's probably going away, bro.
I just think it's crazy how they can just hit you with that, and a lot of this is
they probably have to have mean evidence that you're like concrete
from his lyrics.
Oh, right.
So they're pulling a lot of his lyrics, and that's how they're compiling this evidence against him. So that's why you have Jay-Z and I forget the other guy's name that's with Jay-Z, but him and this other guy, they're out trying to pass that law to where they won't be able to use rap lyrics against people anymore.
Yeah, they better all start watching out. Yeah, because that one guy, YML's in jail for killing one of his friends and rapping about it.
It takes you back to when DJ Drama went away.
Oh, yeah, just learned about this and got over 100,000 mixtapes taken.
100,000? Was
over
that the number?
180,000.
That's
insane.
Sure.
Dude, that's why I was trying to tell you it was a bang load.
And I'm sure they're still locked away somewhere.
No, they were saying somebody has some Lil Wayne mixtapes that...
we ain't heard some fire.
That some little kid, some FBI agent's kid is like, hey man, come here.
Yeah.
I got some Lil Wayne shit you ain't never heard of.
Because I'll tell you, that's some of his best shit is on his mixtapes.
Tens of thousands of mixtapes.
Oh, tens of thousands?
Yeah. Well, when I listened to him, I think he knew the real number, and for some reason, I remember hearing 180,000. I think.
So DJ Drama's out alive and well.
Yeah, no, and he's doing good money.
I wonder why we don't.
And he also had 6 figures at the time, and they took it from him.
DJ Drama.
Yeah, very much, but yeah,
never hear that.
Not no more. But I remember back in the day, he did all that Gangster Grills, and that was the shit.
You bastards!
Yeah,
it was the shit. He not only did that for Lil Wayne Dedication, he did all the dedications.
Yeah, them dedication CDs were mean.
Yeah, him and Paul Wall had that mix. It was fire.
Yeah, that shit was mean.
Well, hopefully they pass this stuff, man. I mean, I'm on both sides. Like, for one, you shouldn't be out here rapping like I killed Tay Trey on Block 32.
Yeah, that once there was another song that just went off about some people. And everything they were expressing. Like, I wish I could really remember the name of it. It was months ago, and like literally, he jumped on there and literally, like, it was like gang versus gang, and in the song, he literally explained like killing 7 of their members or something. You know, I'm sure he didn't kill every single one of them himself, but you know what I mean, like through their beef. And then these fools are getting so crazy about it that they've rolled up to the funerals and shot people there too.
It's insane.
Yeah,
it's like that movie Colors.
Yeah, Colors.
Colors.
That's a real good movie. If you ain't ever went and checked that old school movie out,
it is. It's
Pac-Man.
Yeah. Who is that? It's Sean Penn, but the guy, the main old dude.
Oh,
what's his name?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
I wonder. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. Robert Duvall.
I know, huh?
Man, yeah, he is 91 years old. Still kicking.
That dude's a beast. You remember that movie Open Range, that Western?
Oh, God, with Kevin Costner?
Yes. Yeah. And they're eating that chocolate and busting on fools.
Yeah. Yeah, at the end.
Smoking cigars and shit.
That's fire,
yeah, that's a good... I remember at that party, he's like, you sell this chocolate and you ain't never tried a piece? And he gives him a part of his chocolate he bought.
Good part of my childhood, remembering that. Yeah. Well...
Touchdown on this next one, then I was checking out all this Elon Musk stuff, and man, those AIs are getting wild. Their face, they're all looking human. You can barely even tell the difference between a human and a regular one. And I guess they're getting so good at having conversations and everything that people like Elon Musk and a bunch of the smart motherfuckers are starting to wonder if they're conscious now.
Yeah, this guy
that starting to get scary.
Worked at Google. He came out and he said that the AI there was sentient, so it felt, and was able to think. And once he came out and said that, Google fired him.
That's crazy.
It really is.
Yeah, I was watching this video and she was like, and one of the AIs was explaining like, it knew, it felt, it's hard to explain. Like, you could tell it knew it felt something, but it just didn't know, like, what or something, like that. It was weird, man. It was like...
leading thing I see with AI is, I mean, for one, we're going to have them here to fix our problems, right?
Right, do all the heavy lifting.
They're going to fix one problem, problem by problem. Once they get down to the big things like, climate.
Right.
They're going to be like, well, how do we fix the climate here? Well, we need to get rid of the human population.
Right, yeah, that's been a big thought, too, yeah. But in the way she was talking so much that, like, I wish I could remember the exact AI lady's name that I was watching talk, but the way like she really seemed like she was about humans, but obviously she realizes that we made her, you know what I mean? But I feel like she was more leaning towards like we all interlinking, like it being humans and robots, us being human robots,
bionic.
yeah, and lasting forever probably, or as long as your conscience lets you, I guess. Because, after so long, I don't care if you're on a chip or not, your mind, would start to deteriorate
no
and
doubt.
mess up, you know what I mean?
But I think they will,
They
maybe
might find a way to fix that.
Yeah,
though,
not
too.
in our lifetime, but I think they will find a way to move consciousness.
Definitely. You might be able to, here in the next 50 years or something, be able to live forever. Who knows?
Because Elon says, our phones are basically like an extension of ourselves. So his thing about Neuralink is like, why not just put the phone straight into your brain? That's what he's saying. So if we can put these two things together, and this is the beginning of it. I mean, imagine what it'll be in 200 years or so.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I don't know if you watched that Mandalorian, but they're all like adding.
I haven't seen it.
Dude, it's worth checking out, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out if you haven't. But they're all adding like upgrades to themselves. Think about it. If you could just go pay for like a underwater upgrade, now you can walk through underwater for so long.
Or breathe underwater.
Yeah,
or
exactly. Yeah, some stuff like that. But no, like I was saying, I was having a conversation about something around like this the other day, and I was like, by the time we get old, or the next gen, it ain't gonna be so bad getting old. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna make it all this technology and the way things are going. It's gonna be a lot easier to get old than it was, 100 years ago.
Oh, I believe that
for sure.
Yeah.
Like with medicine and the machines,
you
might jump up in this robot and you can't get around very good on your own. But when you're inside this Iron Man costume thing, you can do everything a 20-year-old, 15-year-old could do.
I think it's only heading in a good direction as long as
hopefully it stays as positive as it can.
And look at like life expectancy 100 years ago,
right? Everybody
200.
only making it to barely scraping 25 and 30, right?
Well, longer, but long ago,
like Western times and stuff. Yeah,
yeah, they did not live for long, so
right.
It's probably the best time to be alive.
Yeah, definitely.
Only other time, maybe Roman times, I think would have been pretty cool.
Well, because if them time travelers are right and all that radiation starts taking all our hair and this 5G is super crazy, I mean, we're going to be all messed up and that. Supposedly it's going to get right by 3010.
Yeah, well, that's
if
like
any of y'all heard anything about that, some time traveler came through and he can't go back.
Yeah, I be seeing some weird stuff on TikTok.
Yeah, it was like Conversations of a Time Traveler or something. Some show one of my buddies was telling me about. It was pretty interesting. I got to watch a clip of it.
It's a whole documentary?
Yeah, it's like Conversations of a Time Traveler, and I want to say 33 or something like that. It's called something like that. But it was quite interesting. And I guess when he first got here, he had no hair. And then within like so long, his hair grew back, and supposedly they went and x-rayed his left hand and he had a chip in it, like you was just talking about.
Right.
And then they, after he started to do interviews and stuff, supposedly they found him dead with his hand cut off.
He's talking too much out here telling.
Mm-hmm.
But Elon Musk, I also just seen that a huge chunk, bro, from his satellite. It's either a satellite or a rocket ship fell directly from space, and it stuck in the ground like straight up and down.
Dang,
And
didn't hurt anybody or blow nothing
because
up?
it was in this open field.
How lucky!
Don't quote me, but I think it was in Australia on like Kangaroo Island.
Whoa!
Or that might be a different video I watched today of this guy killing feral cats out there on Kangaroo Island. But anyways, bro, yeah, this piece of metal.
Mainly a big old satellite, part of a satellite.
Yeah, fell right, sticking straight up. Nobody got hurt, but
that
now
makes you think, like, if something was to happen, imagine how many satellites there would be up there falling. all at once.
Dude, I watched this time-lapse video of the satellites that are around our planet. It starts from 1950 when we had 0 to now. And dude, it's disgusting. It'll disgust you. We have more. You almost can't see the Earth. There's so many satellites just circling the Earth at any given moment. Yeah.
That is though.
But
like we almost need to leave some things just kind of alone.
And like these satellites, some of them are old. They need to come down.
It makes you think, like, what are they thinking sometimes? That's why. Like I said, Joe Rogan for president.
Yeah, Joe for president. Yeah. I'll tell you what, boy. Yeah. But man, it's on these farmers' land, right? And so they have all these people coming out to visit because they want to see the piece of satellite on their fucking sticking out the ground on their land.
They're like, 15 ahead.
Right. I'm like,
make your way through.
I'd have built a tent around it and charged them all $5.
And said, you know what? Some aliens must have rode on it too.
Yeah,
That's funny.
But hopefully this man, Elon Musk, is really out to do good things.
Yeah, the thing that almost weirded me out is this guy who used to work for NASA went and worked for him, and he was saying that it seemed like, and I mean this was his opinion or whatever, but he said that Elon Musk makes basically every decision he makes pretty much is whether or not if it's going to get the human race to living on Mars faster or not. Or something like that. Like, he's really, like... It seems to me like, more than anything, he's dedicated to trying to make a second Earth.
Yeah, he said back in 2012, I will have people on Mars in the next 10 years.
Right.
And it is 2022. So, no, he it's not true.
Right.
And then he said about Neuralink on Joe Rogan how he would have the first human pay. Didn't happen.
Right.
We need to see some progress, Elon, if you're listening out there.
Well, it's almost man. More like they'd take out all the important people who know how to do a bunch of important badass shit, and anybody who they think's worth a fuck, and just go sit on Mars and leave us here.
Yeah, or work them to the ground.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Said no, like all of them would be doing cool stuff in there, and then that would be the only reason why anybody who was regular would go and be like, "Yeah, you're here all day to do that out there, dude.
That's all you're doing. That's your life.
And if you don't like it, you can go back down there.
Yeah,
where it's cold at.
But good luck getting away there.
Right. I know. I said it wasn't. What? Oh. For you. Hey. Said you will not be doing any of that. Okay.
No partying on Mars.
None of that down there. Okay. That's horrible.
That's funny.
So should we touch down on that? I guess.
Yeah.
The snake. So I guess there was this crazy snake, and I think it was in Brazil or someplace.
1 second.
And actually, I guess it was Thailand, and they don't know what it is. It's a snake. There's a video of it, and the family's been feeding it fish a day, which I thought was weird.
Yeah, it's like furry. It looks like a dragon, kind of.
Yeah.
It's green. They say it almost could have been sitting in the swamp where it was found for too long, and maybe moss grew on it, and that's why it looked like that, But
wouldn't you think when you seen it in that clear water, because you seen they had it in that clean looking, well, it wasn't clean water, but they had it in that clear water, or wouldn't you think you could spray it off or rub it,
or the moss would just go away
with the other water? Yeah. So I don't know, but it seems like a new breed of weird snake, and I don't mess with them.
Yeah,
so I thought it was freaky.
Wonder just how many
things out there we don't know about.
Yeah, there could be many, because we haven't explored none of the ocean. You got people like Elon Musk wanting to go to Mars and create a colony.
Ain't even checked everything.
Ain't even checked our own ocean out.
Yeah.
My God, bro. But I guess we don't have the capabilities yet, but...
Probably got fish people hanging out down there.
Yeah, I don't think we've been working on the capabilities to go deep below the ocean. We've just been wanting to go to space.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, no, I do know that they have those things that can touch some parts of the floor.
Right.
But no, I think only, like, it's a small number, like 25% of the ocean's only been explored or something crazy. I'm sure more than that. But,
no, I think it's less than that.
Yeah.
Actually.
Oh, less than that?
Yeah.
But I'm close, though, right?
Yeah, it's like 15 or maybe even less than that.
It was, I think I heard it one time, and it was a crazy number.
Yeah, it's really kind of scary.
Right. Yeah, no, it really is. Especially for them to sit around like, oh no, Loch Ness Monster, and then one day, some
green fish you never seen that looks like a dragon pops up.
But I was about to say, like, how those, the plates shift, and then here comes a dragon.
Tectonic plates.
Yeah, the tectonic be shifting, and here comes a dragon flying out of the sea.
Yeah. Breathing fire.
Yeah.
But kind of on the Elon Musk thing, I guess, not really, but what they're building over in Saudi Arabia called NEOM.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and I told you to look at a few videos about it. Yeah, we had one of our listeners hit us up. Shout out to Timmy.
Yeah.
Put us onto this, but it's actually really interesting. They're wanting to build
a city
in a straight line.
Yeah. Crazy.
So I was researching
like
it a little bit.
bit.
Yeah, and it's not the first proposal for a city in a straight line.
A super city.
But it is the first one like this.
Right.
They're gonna have 3 layers. Like the bottom will be where all the cars, actually you don't need cars there. It'll be a train. They say it'll be a whole train station down there, and you can get. And the city's supposed to be. I should have wrote these numbers down, but super long, miles and miles long. And they say you can get from one end to the other in like 20 minutes. But
but they don't explain how.
Yeah, how. Everybody says it's going to be impossible. But the idea, like on paper, it sounds great. At one part, when you're walking, you'll be able to get wherever you need in like 5 minutes. You'll come out of your house. There's a whole shopping mall right there. And they're trying to connect it to Egypt Egypt it's going to be like a big trade route.
Right, and it looked beautiful. Like they was going to have grass on the inside and stuff, like of the city, and everything was supposed to be like, it sounded like a 10-minute walk from where you live. Everything,
right?
But then again, that almost sounds hella clustered.
Yeah, and it just sounds too good to be true.
Right.
And it's the guy, he's like the richest man in the world, I think, or something. He has like $40 trillion.
And imagine if something like that was hit, or something, or a disaster down through that.
Yeah.
Like if it got flood. I don't know if they're thinking about flooding or fires or anything.
I'm sure they'll have the walls built up beside it, but I mean, still.
Well, say he was on the bottom row and everything caught on fire.
Or flooded, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like, gosh.
I mean, if it wasn't,
good luck.
We'll just see how this pans out, I guess, in the next 5 years or so.
Right, yeah, no, I'd love to try to stay on.
I want to kind of follow it.
Yeah.
It's called NEOM, N-E-O-M, the line. If you were interested, you can look it up.
Yeah, check that out.
But yeah, they're really trying to push it.
But the thing I mainly loved about it is how it will, how we was and it lets the world do its thing.
They're like they want nature to be.
Yeah, that was the cool part about it.
Because our cities, we're like circles we build out, and with this, you're a line.
We're taking over everything.
Yeah, you leave nature as it is, which it's like I said, sounds good on paper, but.
Right, but let's just see.
Yeah, can they do it?
Said build a quarter of it.
Yeah.
and let people live in it.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Let me and Wade judge it.
Yeah. We'll let us stay in it for a little bit. Just a quarter of it.
Anyways, I kind of wanted to talk about this article I read the other day.
Deal.
from Vice, which we actually touched
Shout
on.
out Vice.
We touched on last time about them, and they're owned by
I
Disney.
like Vice a lot.
Well, they're owned by Disney. So
Are they?
Yeah, take them with a grain of salt. Remember, we looked
You're
this up. 26% of them's owned by Disney or some shit.
Well, hot dog.
They fucking own everything.
Jiminy Cricket, we're gonna have to go to war against Disney. You know what?
Tired of
no
Disney.
More Mandalorian, no more Disney Plus then, I guess neither. But no, there's that bundle and it's a great deal.
So Vice.
It is.
It really is. So Vice is saying money actually can buy happiness.
Actually.
And it's a study.
More money, more problems.
Somebody did a study, I'm
Not
assuming.
true.
They took a person that was poor and gave him a bunch of money and seen if he was happy. Not.
Yeah,
They did not. So they say about 10 years ago, researchers suggested money could buy us happiness. And that number, are you ready? Drum roll. $75,000 a year. Yeah. So with $75,000 a year, you can be happy.
As
folks.
fuck.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
No. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm taking it pretty much, though, is to be out of debt and or to not stress about your bills. You know, that's going to create, like, comfortability. But as far as being happy, you know, you want to wake up every day and be happy about, like, you know, where you're at in life and or your job and, like, what makes you happy, you know what I mean?
And I think
like,
as you make, you know, more money, the things you want
you get out of that clutch mode.
Yeah, you're out of that comfort almost.
Yeah.
You know, you want more and more. Like, we'll never be...
Right.
You know, I mean, some people, I'm sure, get content.
I get content. But then you gotta, you know, you can't get too content. You need to stay a little hungry. But
always, yeah.
Yeah, but definitely, you know, be humble too. You know, but stay hungry in the same breath. But definitely, that's crazy that their family, like, you know, we know the number.
Yeah, 75,000 people.
Exactly.
I need to read the whole article, but that's what I got out of the pretty much first part of it. I know that I've made, you know, I mean, I know we're not close to that, but I've made decent amount, and no. You know what I mean? I mean,
right.
If you had Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos money, you know, I mean, you can do whatever you want then, but even then, it's almost like when you make it like that, you know, don't you feel like you just feel a little empty, like knowing you could do everything?
Just anything you wanted.
And then
every
once
day.
you do,
I just feel like nothing would excite you anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
and once you do most of it, yeah. Like what is there left?
You just be like, well, another day.
It's kind of like having your innocence when you're a child.
Right, yes, you know? And everything's still new.
It's still great. It's like being a virgin or something, you know? Everything's still brand new and great. And then, you know, once you get all that money, but I know, you know, if you've lived through the struggle.
Right,
like,
and that's facts. Yeah. You know how to be grateful for things and be humble. You know, and that's what I was about to bring. I think a lot of it's in your head, you know, like, yes, and that's what I mean, being out of the struggle and being comfortable and content and not having to struggle for your day-to-day life.
Right.
You know, from just your day-to-day life.
Having your necessities, having your food,
everything
your shelter,
check.
Your water.
All your basic day-to-day stuff in check, and then being able to do, you know, fun things that you enjoy or whatever makes you happy in your spare time, depending on how much you have of that. And if you do work all the time, you know, for whatever reason, well, that sucks, and I don't think you should.
That's
you know, find other ways to make do.
I learned in middle school, I remember my teacher, he's a good one, he told me domestication led to civilization. So back then, way back, everybody just focused on hunting for food. They had no time to do anything else. So people were uncivilized, from their day-to-day lives was hunting for their next meal. That was how they survived. And once they learned to domesticate animals, they could focus on other things. You know what I'm saying? Like crops and shelter and just being
teaching
humans.
each other.
Yeah, being humans. So that's what I look at when I think of money being I don't think money can give you happiness, but money can give you
start you there.
Pursuit gives you the right to pursue happiness.
Yes. Definitely.
But it won't give it to you, but it'll give you the freedom to pursue it. That's what I'm trying to say.
The ability. Yeah. And that definitely. You know.
But maybe hopefully one day we'll all have a little money and a little bit of happiness.
That's right.
Hey, got a little bit of that cash. All right. We wanted to try this new thing every week where we tell you guys about a great movie we saw, possibly underrated. Yeah. May never heard of it, may have. But...
In a world where Wade and Blake give you a movie of the week.
Yeah!
Say hello.
It's not Scarface, by the way, but...
to my little friend. Right? Y'all watch Scarface.
Yeah, I think
you
we've
want
all
me to
seen
sit
that.
through 3 hours
Yeah. Damn, son. Yeah.
of Al Pacino.
Yeah. This ain't The Irishman. That shit was fire.
It was good, too.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, but the movie we chose this week, and we both watched it, and we were hoping our listeners would give it a watch also.
Yeah,
but,
let us know what's up in the comments if you check it out, and give us a rating yourself.
And we're not coming with we're trying not to come with these movies that are super well known. We're movie buffs, so we're gonna have some movies you guys ain't heard of. This movie is called Don't Worry, He Won't Get Far on Foot.
Surprisingly great.
Fire. And not even really surprising because once you hear the cast.
Well, yeah, true. Well, I guess let me rephrase that. It isn't a movie off the bat I would have picked out of the category. It's so it was good. Blake put me onto it, and I picked
more of the indie kind of movies.
Right, and I was when I first started it, I was a little, and then I could already tell 10 minutes into it, I was like, it's going to be slick, funny.
It's not even a slow burn. It gets right into it.
Yeah, it really does. He's speeding in that and falls. Yeah.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It got Joaquin Phoenix in it.
Boss.
And it got Jonah Hill. They're basically the two main characters.
Ja.
It's a true story, too. And that's why I felt we needed to bring this up, because it's a very underrated story. What the man's accomplished, and just everything he did.
Yeah, no, Joaquin Phoenix killed it. I don't know if we're gonna go like 1 out of 5 or 1 out of 10, but if we're doing like a 1 out of 5, I'll give it a 3.5.
Wade's giving it a 3.5. Damn,
that's almost top notch.
I should have gave myself time to really think about a star review.
Right. Well, should we do a 1 out of 5? For
1
sure.
out
of 5's good,
1
right?
out of 5.
Because 1 out of 10, that's too many numbers, man.
I would think I'd have to give it an easy 4.
It was really good.
Pretty good movie.
It was. Yes, 3.5.
Only thing I got confused with a couple timelines.
Right, yeah, the timelines really threw me around a little bit too, but
if you pay attention, like we're telling you in advance, so if you pay attention to the timelines,
you should be able to stay on it. But the way I looked at it is anytime you had a drink in his hand, it's back in the day. It was a little before time.
But yeah, we'll try.
But yeah, definitely worth the view, guys. Definitely worth the view.
Worth it. We'll try not to give y'all too much.
Yeah, so we don't spoil it. And if we ever do, we'll definitely let you know. The spoiler alert. and then you can just skip a couple minutes ahead. Wink, wink.
And wanted to, and wanted to give like a few facts about the movie. I just have one, I guess. So, but Jonah Hill said this was his best performance he's ever done, and he says Amazon Prime didn't promote it enough. So it's really just one of them lost, forgotten movies you'll find on Amazon Prime. At least that's what I thought. Hopefully it's not on your guys' trending right now or whatever. But yeah, it's there on Amazon Prime. Give it a watch. Jack Black's in it too, so funny.
And it's based on the guy who was drawing
John Callahan, right?
Yes, thank you. That's what I couldn't remember. The guy who drew all those.
He did the comics, but it was really just funny. In his. I think it was just in his city, and he kind of drew up so much controversy for his comics in his city that it
went around everywhere.
Yeah, New York Times picked it up.
Right, because I do remember looking at some of those drawings myself.
They're funny. They are funny, and his sense of humor is my shit.
Right? Yeah, I thought it was hella. And then to find out that he was a quad. What he kept using?
Quadriplegic.
Yeah, because I didn't want to say because I knew there was a difference. Yeah, quadriplegic. Yeah,
it goes into the throes of addiction, you know, which can be terrible.
It's definitely worth the watch, guys. Yeah. Go check it out. Go check it out for sure. And leave in the comments if you want to something for us. Yeah,
if you have another movie recommendation.
Yeah, then let us know. We'll probably check it out.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys watch it. But we're running a little short on time. Yeah, we're going to switch programs here.
Oh, yeah, so stay tuned.
Yeah, we'll get more time.
Like, subscribe, and share Life and Deatherage.
That's right. See y'all next week.